Hello everyone, this is Latasha Blanton from the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. And you're going to have the opportunity to travel with Phil Scott to
sunny South Africa. You guys are going to have the opportunity to come to Johannesburg, and you guys are going to be coming to Durban. And we're going to set it up perfectly. It's going to be like a luxury experience for you guys. At the same time, you're going to be getting some culture. And of course, you're going to get an opportunity to talk to Phil, hang out with Phil, and get his views on Africa and South Africa.
You're also going to get an opportunity to explore the lifestyles here that are available in South Africa. And we're going to do all that for you in an amazing 10 days. We do hope that you go to the website and book, because we do look forward to seeing you here.
Absolutely. Our website is therealsouthafrica.com. Go there, scroll down. You'll see a picture of Phil, and just go ahead and book there. So we'll see you here in what we like to call sunny South Africa.
So a young man on TikTok posted behind the scenes of President Joe Biden going to meet with him, his brother, and his father, Eric Fitz. Now, the president, I guess it was, I would imagine, pre-planned, right? Just don't show up at somebody's house with food. He met with them. They sat down at the kitchen table for about 45 minutes, where they ate from a restaurant where they showed President Joe Biden and his, entourage, if you will, go to the restaurant and get the food. It was burger, fries, and chicken nuggets and all that. And before 45 minutes, as I was saying, they discussed things like Mr. Fitz's student loan, and that it was forgiven, and how he was saying that that will help him build generational wealth, and a whole host of things that they spoke about. I'm quite sure of it. So again, as I said, it'd be pretty cool, I guess, as a teenager to have the president of the United States come to your house. Now, he said, being the son that filmed it and all that for his TikTok, said they had to keep it quiet until it became public knowledge. And so I say, on the surface, great that Mr. Fitz was able to have his student loans forgiven, and that will help him build generational wealth. But not so great for the rest of Black Americans, because not all Black Americans have student loan debt. Some Black Americans have none at all. So how does that help the rest of Black Americans build generational wealth? It does not. They, being Biden and Kamala and everybody else there in Congress, they know what Black people want to help close the wealth gap, and that's reparations. Now, as I reported before, Representative Jamal Bowman, he has introduced H.R. 414, a bill that actually has a number in regards to what should be paid to Black Americans. It's about $14 trillion or so. But, going and sitting down at individuals' houses for lunch, dinner, whatever it is, and talking about, oh, listen to him, he's going to tell you, going to help him, close the wealth gap. That's an individual thing. That's not an all Black Americans thing, because as Black Americans, especially if you have ancestral ties to slavery, there's a debt that is owed to us, right? Because our ancestors endured the horrors of slavery. Our ancestors endured the horrors of Jim Crow, and we as Black Americans are still enduring horrors that are exacted upon us by the United States of America. So again, how does that help the rest of us? It doesn't. But I should also say, it is election season, if you guys are not aware of that. And so, of course, we're going to see these little cute fluff pieces of, him sitting down with different people, and they're going to tell their success stories of what they, got from the Biden administration. But if it only helps 1 or 2 or 3, even 10 people, it does not help the rest of us. That's symbolism. See, this Black guy over here, he was helped. He was helped. The rest of us was not helped. So I'm telling y'all, beware. Beware of these little fluffy stories that's going to come out. It's really cute. Him sitting down and he's walking around people's houses, and they're telling you about what he and Kamala and his administration has done for you. But if he was to come to my kitchen table, which I doubt that he would, I would say, great. Thank you for the food. It's wonderful. But how about that reparations bill? When we gonna talk about that? Do you have something coming, down the pipe works for Black people, reparations, anything like that? Anything? The 40 acres, a mule, any of that? See, they don't want to talk to people. No shade to Mr. Fitz. I'm sure, it was an honor to meet the president and all that. But they don't want to talk to people who are going to have real questions for President Joe Biden. Like, scratch all that, man. When are the checks going to be rolling out to Black Americans? When? He's not going to ever answer that, because we know that Joe Biden does not want to do that. He says he's not going to be held responsible for something his ancestor did. And his homegirl Kamala, we talk about it all the time. She says, no, I'm not going to do anything just for Black people. No. Of course, she said that when she was running to be the president of the United States. Now she's obviously the vice president, but y'all think her sentiments have changed? In fact, I haven't heard her say anything after that about reparations for Black people at all. I haven't heard anything say anything after. No. You know what I mean? I haven't heard her say, well, we're going to think about it. Joe and we're going to sit down at the Oval Office and we're going to talk. I haven't heard her say any of that. I haven't heard Joe Biden talk about it at all. But he closing the wealth gap for one Black person at a time via getting rid of student loan debt. I mean, if you ask me, they should get rid of student loan debt for everybody, especially since they're sending all that money overseas. You're helping everybody else and easing their burdens. You're taking taxpayer money to help everybody else, and even migrants coming in here to ease their burdens, but you want people that are owe student loan debt to be on time with their money. And if they don't, I'm sure they'll have to have it reported negatively on the credit, and then that's going to make it hard for them to buy a house and anything else they might want to do. And so it's cute having burgers and fries and chicken and McNuggets or whatever it was, but that only helps one person at a time. Doesn't help us all. So anyway, y'all tell me what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube.